Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hi, Rev.
Hello, how's it going?
Oh, well, we're having some giggles before we start. So,
Yeah,
we're not going to share some of those things, right? Why should we?
no, they're private.
Exactly. I have a bunch of sayings, and a lot of them are unknown by people that
Okay.
maybe just didn't want their name put to them or whatever. What other things do you have?
I have a bunch of strange facts about Canada.
Oh, good. Oh, excellent. So why don't you start off?
Okay, so I don't know. When you think of snakes, you probably think of Australia because there's a lot of reptiles out there. But strange fact about Canada, in Manitoba in May, about 70,000 snakes come out of hibernation.
Oh my
Can
God.
you imagine? I would lose my mind. I don't like creepy crawly things.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't mind them, only if they startle me.
Oh,
Like one time when I was slipping up in Ryder Lake, I was digging out a garden and three of them were inside the soil, sleeping, right? And that startled me, and they were black and they didn't look pretty. But anyway.
No, I had one kind of startle me when I was on my little vacation just a while ago. I was walking along a river in Alberta, and all of a sudden this guy came out of the river, this snake.
Oh.
I just about fell in the river because he scared me so bad. I thought I was all alone. Little did I know I had skinny, slithering company. So I kept going, why don't you go this way and I'll go this way? And he just kept looking at me. I'm like, oh, you're really big. I don't want to go by you.
No kidding, eh?
Finally, he got bored and he left. So then I
mean, if we knew what kind of snakes they were, right? I don't know one snake from another, really, little garden snakes or whatever. I don't know them.
Yeah, these ones that come out of hibernation are called, what are they called? Red-sided garter snakes, and they're actually kind of rare. You won't find them in your garden.
Oh, okay, cool.
But, so rare we get 70,000 of them.
That's anyway, moving on.
Sure.
Okay. This is the first saying, but again, it's unknown. I know I'm a handful, but that's why we got two hands. Makes sense.
A handful.
Makes sense, right? And then I'm gonna do two at a time, and these are kind of short. This is from Truman Capote. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavor.
Truman's always interesting with his little quotes.
Yeah. What do you got? What do you have next? You froze. Hello, you're frozen. Oh.
I froze. I'm okay. I'm okay. So in Churchill, Manitoba, are you familiar with Churchill?
Well, I've never been there, but I know the name.
They have a huge polar bear population, the biggest actually.
Okay.
And the neighbors there leave their doors and windows unlocked in their home and their cars in case a neighbor needs to get out of the way of a polar bear. Because there's just so many, they just walk around the town. There's like 25,000 of them living there.
Well, you know what? I'm glad that they don't have this need to relocate them or to shoot them or whatever,
No.
Right?
No.
I mean,
they like it there because of the Hudson Bay. It gets nice and cold for them.
Oh, yeah, right. And if you're moving into their territory, leave them alone.
Right?
My thought.
My thought too.
Okay. Now here's something about another unknown. It's about taking a nap. Taking naps sounds so childish. I prefer to call them horizontal life pauses. I'm going to use that one. I'm taking a horizontal life pause.
Yeah, I kind of like that one myself. I've gotten a little more accustomed to it than I'm used to these days. Horizontal life pause.
Isn't that cool?
No, I like it. It's funny.
Yeah. And here's another one I like. I always walk around like everything's fine deep down, but inside my shoe, my sock is sliding off. Now that's happened.
I've had it where I had a little piece of Lego in my shoe.
Oh my gosh.
Because I live with little children. So once in a while I get weird things in my shoe, and sometimes it's too late to say anything. It's like, just gotta go.
Or if you put on, those socks that are heelless, but there's a seam at the front. And if you turn it the wrong way, the seam is under your, on the sole of your.
Oh yeah, that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
In the pee moment.
Yes. All right.
What else you got?
Oh, if we're not meant to have midnight snacks, why is there a light in the fridge?
I have that in a little thing I wrote, actually.
I've got it as unknown here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go back to that later because that's a good one. That's a good one. Only in Canada would you find an apology act.
The only which?
An apology act. It's a true thing. It came into play in 2009. And what it means is you have little regret and, you know, you're a little sympathetic to the problem, but it's not actually an admission of fault or liability, but it is like an act in court.
Oh, okay.
Only in Canada would we be, you know, sorry.
Yeah. Well, you know, I think I'd rather be known for that, something like that, than being an aggressive nation or nasty people or whatever, you know?
Agreed.
Could be worse things, right?
Way worse. Way worse.
This is from, you know, Matthew Perry when he was playing Chandler on Friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not good at the advice. Can I interest you in a sarcastic comment? Another one.
Did you like that show? I like that show.
Yeah.
I watched that quite a bit.
Yeah, I have too. Yeah.
And so Canada was the first country in the world, in the whole world, to make a landing pad for UFOs.
Oh, no. Oh,
in the entire world. In 1967, in St. Paul, Alberta, they built this huge 130-ton concrete slab so that we could welcome our alien brothers and sisters.
And nobody's ever shown up?
Not that they've mentioned. Not that they've mentioned.
What is that in the States? Area
51, 52?
Yeah, something like that. I mean,
something like that. Well, this place has an actual time capsule that they're going to open in 2067.
Oh, okay. Well, I won't be around.
No, hard pressed to say I might not be either. I don't know.
Now, here's something Tina Fey said. Oh, my ability to turn good news into anxiety is rivaled only by my ability to turn anxiety into chin acne.
Okay.
Some of these people are so clever.
She's actually a really good comedian.
Yeah, I like her humor. Yeah.
So I read somewhere that we had like the second biggest national park. So I'm like, okay. And it's made for bison.
Okay.
It runs through Alberta and the Northwest Territories. Like it just goes all the way up. And so I was trying to figure out, well, where's the biggest one then if we have the second biggest?
Right.
The first biggest is in Greenland.
Oh, in Greenland.
Yeah, it's 972,000 square kilometers.
Wow.
It's huge.
Yeah. Wow.
Just huge.
Pretty awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know, it turns out that being an adult is really Googling how to do stuff.
Or having your grandkids show you.
Yes, well, that too. That's another unknown person. And let's see. It's okay to look at the past and the future. Just don't stare.
That's not polite.
That's Lisa Lieberman Wang said that. I don't know who that is.
Okay, well, don't stare. It's a good rule. That's kind of a scary stare.
Okay, sorry.
Psycho.
Okay, whatever.
So you don't really think of Canada as a beach destination. When you think of a beach destination, you think of, you know, a nice warm place. But we actually we border on 3 oceans, 3 of them. We got the Pacific, we got the Atlantic, and we have the Arctic. So, you know, next time you want to go on a beach location, come to Canada.
You know, when I was a kid, we used to go swim in a place was called Harkles Beach, and Harkles had a pulp mill originally there. And that's the beach was named after them. That was in New Brunswick. And then when we moved to Montreal, there was a place we would go to the beach there. Plage Maudipo was the name of it.
What was it?
Plage, which is beach. Plage Maudipo. I don't know I don't know how to translate the name, but that's, so it was the sandy beaches that we went to.
Nice. That would be fun.
Yeah, so there you go. My mother was kind of a strange person. We'd be kids. It's a hot summer day in Montreal, like the way only Montreal can get, hot and muggy, and we'd be swimming, and then afterwards we'd lay down on a blanket, and we'd end up, many of us, falling asleep. My mother would sit there reading whatever, and she wouldn't wake us up, and we'd be so sunburned, like that blistering kind on our backs. Oh my gosh.
Did your mom use that Noxzema on your sunburn when you were little?
I don't think so.
My mom did. It was so stinky, but it seemed to help.
Yeah, I remember the smell of it, but I don't think my mother did anything for us for that. Let us suffer.
Crispy critters.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so a lot of people are trying to, lose weight and be healthier, right? So I try to go to the gym every day, but even after Tuesday on the calendar, it's WTF. No, don't get that one?
No.
WTF? What the?
Oh.
Okay. But anyway.
I don't do well with acronyms.
Okay. So, well, I've been trying to do resistance training so much so that I refuse to go to the gym altogether.
That's funny. Like,
you talk about a balanced diet. I have a taco in each hand. Is that not a balanced diet?
That's balanced, totally balanced. Yes, absolutely.
Which brings me back to the refrigerator.
Okay.
I mean, really, the experts say don't eat after night, like a certain time at night. But you're right. Why is there a light in your refrigerator if you're not supposed to eat? Just saying.
Yeah. I got in the habit of not eating actually after night. I find I finish around maybe 5, 6 o'clock is the latest, unless I'm up somewhere, right?
Yeah. It's not something I think about after dinner time really too much.
Yeah. As soon as I get my snacks
involved.
Yeah. I want my snacks. I can have them in the morning. Who cares, Whatever. Okay. Always remember that you are unique, just like everybody else.
Just like everybody else. Yeah.
Another unknown.
I'm so glad that I didn't choose that, because I was looking at those very things this morning. I'm like, it would have been really funny actually if we had the same material.
Well, then what we would have done is take turns. You read one, I read one, because I'm not going to do all of these. I'm going to save these because there's a lot of them. I'm going to save them for the next time. I'm going to put maybe 2 more in, and that's it.
Great minds think alike and dummies seldom differ. So
yeah, unfortunately, you had to have that part. So what do you have?
Well, 9 out of 10 voices in my head are telling me I'm crazy. The other one's coming.
Okay. I'm gonna read. Actually, I'm gonna read just one more, because this has got to be my favorite. All you need is love, but a little chocolate now and then doesn't hurt.
Oh, a lot of chocolate.
Well, I'm
Bring on the chocolate.
I'm trying to be nice here. That was by James M. Schultz said that. So that's my last one. I'm going to save the rest, like I said.
Okay. I have one good one here to sort of end it if we're going to be all finished up here. Did you know that Santa Claus is Canadian?
No.
Apparently that's why his suit is red and white. And in 2012, he was declared a Canadian citizen. And children, you can send your letters to Santa Claus at the North Pole at H0H0H0 Canada. And he'll get your letters.
Yeah, very good.
And my grandson, I have to tell you, my grandson's been telling all his little friends to come and subscribe to Grammy's show. So we might have a lot of 7-year-old fans.
Oh, we better watch what we say then. I don't perform well for kids.
They come from a railroad family, so
Okay, all right. Talking about Santa, I remember when I was little, hearing the older ones talk about Santa not being real, but they're trying to whisper, not let Nancy find out. And I remember thinking, I'm laying in bed thinking, I already know that. I don't know how old I was, but for some reason, when you have older siblings, you often find out things without being told directly. You just hear things being said.
Yeah.
And on that note.
Having said that, though, if you don't believe, he won't come.